In the heart of a small town surrounded by dense and mysterious forests, where shadows seem to have a life of their own, a young woman named Clara receives an unexpected inheritance, her grandmother's diary. This is no ordinary diary. Its yellowed and time-worn pages hold secrets that have remained hidden for generations. Clara, intrigued by the mystery surrounding her family, decides to delve into the diary's pages, unaware that she is about to unravel a tale of terror that will change her life forever. The diary begins with seemingly innocent entries, cooking recipes, home remedies, and reflections on daily life. However, as Clara progresses in her reading, the entries become darker and more disturbing. Her grandmother, a woman of sweet and kind appearance, reveals in her writings a hidden side, a side Clara never imagined. The pages describe an ancient ritual, a sinister rite that has been passed down from generation to generation within her family. This ritual, according to the diary, involves human sacrifices and a family curse that has haunted her ancestors for centuries. Clara feels a shiver run down her spine as she reads her grandmother's words, words that speak of blood, death, and a pact with dark forces. The young woman cannot help but feel that she is being watched, as if the spirits of those who were sacrificed are present, whispering in her ear, begging to be freed. Curiosity and fear intertwine in Clara's heart as she decides to investigate further. She heads to the town's library, an ancient and dusty place where books seem to hold secrets as dark as those in the diary. There, she finds an old book, almost forgotten, that speaks of rituals and curses similar to those described by her grandmother. The book mentions a secret sect that performed these rituals to keep at bay a malevolent entity that stalked the town. Clara realizes that her family has been involved in this sect for generations, and that the curse is not just a legend, but a terrifying reality. As Clara delves deeper into the mystery, she begins to notice strange changes in her surroundings. The shadows seem to move in an unusual way, and she feels a constant presence, as if something or someone is following her. One night, while reviewing the diary in her room, she hears a whisper coming from the nearby forest. It is a voice that seems to call her, a voice that resonates in her mind like an echo from the past. Clara, driven by a mix of curiosity and terror, decides to follow the sound. She ventures into the forest, where the trees seem to close in around her, creating a labyrinth of shadows and whispers. Finally, she reaches a clearing where she finds an ancient altar, covered in moss and dried blood. It is the place where the rituals were performed, the place where her family has spilled blood to keep the curse at bay. Clara feels she is on the brink of madness, but she also knows she cannot stop now. She must uncover the truth, even if it means facing the dark forces that have tormented her family for generations. She decides to perform the ritual herself, hoping to free her family from the curse. However, as she prepares the altar and recites the ancient words, something goes wrong. The malevolent entity, instead of being contained, is released, and Clara realizes she has unleashed a horror she cannot control. The young woman runs back to the town, desperate to find a way to stop what she has started, but it is too late. The malevolent entity has taken control, and the town is plunged into a chaos of terror and death. Clara, in a last attempt to save her family and the town, decides to confront the entity. With the diary in one hand and a ritual knife in the other, she heads to the place where it all began, the altar in the forest. There, in a final battle between light and darkness, Clara fights for her life and for all those who have been trapped in the curse. The confrontation is brutal, and Clara feels her strength waning. But just when all seems lost, she remembers her grandmother's words in the diary. The strength of our family lies in love and unity. With those words in mind, Clara finds the strength to perform a final act of bravery. With a piercing scream, she drives the knife into the altar, releasing a blinding light that envelopes the entire forest. The malevolent entity is finally defeated, and the curse is broken. Clara, exhausted but relieved, returns to the town. The place has regained its peace, and the shadows no longer seem to have a life of their own. The young woman knows she has fulfilled her destiny, that she has freed her family and the town from the curse that has tormented them for generations. With her grandmother's diary in her hands, Clara realizes that her family's history is a mix of horror and redemption, of darkness and light. And although the terror has been defeated, she knows there will always be new mysteries to uncover, new stories to tell. And so, dear friends, we come to the end of this chilling tale. I hope you have enjoyed this journey through terror and mystery. If you liked it, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment on what you thought of the story. Your support is crucial to continue bringing you more terrifying tales. Until next time, and remember, true terror often hides in the most unexpected places. But let me take you deeper into the lore that Clara uncovered, the intricate details that made her journey even more harrowing. As she continued to read her grandmother's diary, Clara discovered that the ritual was not just a one-time event, but a recurring necessity. Every few decades, the family had to perform the sacrifice to keep the malevolent entity at bay. The diary entries became more detailed, describing the preparations, the chants, and the gruesome acts that were carried out. Clara's grandmother had meticulously documented every step, as if she knew that one day, someone would need to follow in her footsteps. One particular entry caught Clara's attention. It described a night when the ritual went horribly wrong. The entity had almost broken free, and it took the combined efforts of several family members to contain it. The entry ended with a chilling note. The entity is growing stronger. Our time is running out. Clara felt a cold dread settle in her stomach. If the entity was growing stronger, what chance did she have against it? Desperate for more information, Clara visited the town's elder, an old woman named Maria who was known for her knowledge of local legends and folklore. Maria listened intently as Clara recounted her findings. When Clara finished, Maria's face was pale. "Your family has carried a heavy burden," she said. "The entity you speak of is known as the Shadow Weaver. It feeds on fear and darkness, and it has been bound to your family for generations." Maria explained that the Shadow Weaver was once a powerful sorcerer who had been cursed for his dark deeds. His spirit was bound to the forest, and he could only be contained through the ritual sacrifices. But the rituals are not enough anymore, Maria warned. The Shadow Weaver has been growing stronger, and it seeks to break free from its bonds. Clara felt a sense of urgency. She knew she had to act quickly if she wanted to save her family and the town. With Maria's guidance, she began to prepare for the final confrontation. She gathered the necessary ingredients for the ritual, studied the ancient chants, and practiced the movements that would be required. As she prepared, she couldn't shake the feeling of being watched. The shadows seemed to move in the corners of her eyes, and she often felt a cold breath on the back of her neck. The night of the ritual arrived. Clara made her way to the altar in the forest, her heart pounding in her chest. She could feel the presence of the Shadow Weaver, a dark and malevolent force that seemed to press against her mind. As she began the ritual, she felt a surge of power. The ancient words seemed to come alive, and the air around her crackled with energy. But the Shadow Weaver was not so easily defeated. It fought back, its dark tendrils reaching out to grasp Clara. She felt the cold, paralyzing fear grip her heart, but she remembered her grandmother's words. Love and unity were the strengths of her family. With a surge of determination, she drove the ritual knife into the altar, releasing a burst of light that banished the Shadow Weaver. In the aftermath, Clara felt a sense of relief and exhaustion. She had faced her family's darkest secret and had emerged victorious. The town was safe, and the curse was broken. But as she looked at the diary in her hands, she knew that the story was not over. There were still mysteries to uncover, still shadows to explore. And so, dear listeners, we reached the end of Clara's journey, but the beginning of a new chapter in her life. The diary of her grandmother has revealed a world of darkness and light, of terror and redemption. As Clara continues to explore the secrets of her family's past, she knows that she is not alone. The spirits of her ancestors are with her, guiding her and protecting her. If you have enjoyed this tale of terror and mystery, don't forget to subscribe to the channel, give this video a like, and leave a comment on what you thought of the story. Your support is crucial to continue bringing you more terrifying tales. Until next time, and remember, true terror often hides in the most unexpected places. Stay curious, stay brave, and always keep an eye on the shadows.